it. It's actually super simple. It is just time remapping. I'm sorry, Northman. I'm sorry.
Because it's all 100% natural and it feels incredible to watch.
Kinda.
Jordan, can I just show you what a nice movie explosion looks like?
I would be honored.
Thanks to Vessi for sponsoring this video. Stick around to the end so you can find out how to get $25 off of each pair of Vessis.
Hey guys, welcome back to VFX Artists React. Today we are joined by Niko and Jordan.
Hello.
Seen in such hits as slightly offensive bowling animations.
A classic, a staple.
Today's a vengeance episode for me. I just needed a cathartic release.
You're eager to show your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect
so
that.
I do have one thing I'm very passionate about. I'm very passionate about not liking it.
So I wanted to start by kind of setting the tone here, right? Explosions are very complex to create. They take a lot of time, a lot of iterations, a ton of artistry.
Hey, are we talking about in real life?
Well, this first example is 100% in-camera special effects. It actually set the world record for the largest film explosion that still stands today, I believe.
Really?
2,000 gallons of
In
gasoline.
Spectre?
Dude, what a shot.
Pretty cool, right? No, it's coming up.
Let's go.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, that's pretty big.
That's pretty big, right? Immediately, you know, when you're watching this, the sense of scale is just inherent, right? You see how slow and like undulating these big explosions are. You get the emissive lighting kind of casting down on the ground. You get incredibly dynamic difference in the evolution of the smoke and the fire. The color differences in the smoke and the way it diffuses and blurs over time. Like, this is what you aim for when you're doing CG explosions. This is the evolution you want. Again, because it's all 100% natural. So you're seeing that and it feels incredible to watch.
Kinda.
This doesn't hit for you? 2,000 gallons of gasoline is not enough? What is it that's lacking here? Is it just not a big enough boom?
I don't know. It feels like a pillow fight, kinda.
You agree?
Oh, I'm not trying to say I'm underwhelmed. There's incredible artistry and planning that goes into this, but I don't see this and go like, ooh, that's dangerous. You know?
Because they're so far away from it?
They're so far away. Everyone's so chill. There's like no debris. Every time you see like real life something this big blowing up, it's like, get the F down.
Oh my God, how do they walk away in movies without flinching when it explodes behind them? There's no way!
You know what I'm saying? They're so nonchalant about it that it kind of like rubs off on me.
Jordan, can I just show you what a nice movie explosion looks like?
I would be honored. I want to know what a Niko like certified explosion looks like.
Look, I promised I would stop dunking, all right? I promised I would never dunk again.
Really?
Least of all, on my
wearing knee
own
pads?
friends on the couch next to me. But type in blown away ending.
Oh, he's bad. He's gonna get blown away.
Oh!
See?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's what
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
talking
you
about.
feel a lot closer to it on this one.
Boom.
You better buckle up if I get blown away.
Oh, dude, yeah, you feel it.
That shudder.
Oh, dude, it
another
shifts
one?
the whole freaking wall of smoke.
Dude, just hard shockwaves. This is what James Bond and that lady should have been doing.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. everyone just sat silently through mine until it was done. No, that one, I mean, again, like the same examples exist in this, of course, with the added debris and like that cool, man, that shift of weight and energy as it kind of pulsates through the rest of the smoke. Like, it's so dynamic and it feels so dangerous.
It feels super dangerous. Like you can see the world like just like echo.
Yeah.
Is that camera shake like practical?
That's gotta be.
I mean, like,
Kind of feels it, right?
Is it like the camera actually just going from the shockwave, or is that
You
the
can see
camera
it
guy?
travel along the water. That's
dude.
definitely real.
It's the DP getting concussed by the...
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it hits
Yeah.
late. That's so
you want
cool.
camera shake reference? Here's camera shake reference.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
And yeah, I feel
It's
you,
the
man.
camera shake. It's debris. It's camera shake. It's showing like the concussive force. It all just starts with this pressure and the shockwave, and how that like affects things around it. That's for me my like cue.
This is great, and it makes you feel all sorts of good things. What if I were to strip away all those good things?
Yes.
Would you want to watch it?
Yes, let me peer deep into the void.
I'd like to show you something from Skyfall that made me go,
Yeah.
Don't you recognize the car?
What are you laughing at?
When you see it, you won't unsee it. How does it make you feel though? Like,
It's the same feeling as the last James Bond shot where it's like, oh, something's blowing up over there.
yeah,
Like, it's that same sensation. You know, they got more particles, they got more stuff.
Feels very like unmarried in the scene's color grade.
Like the black levels, I think, are one part of it. Like if you look at the dark areas of the building, they're like definitely bumped up compared to the blackness of the smoke.
Yeah, it feels very composited in.
it
just
feels
like,
very composited.
and
in.
it might not. The funny thing is like, it could be a model, it could be like very much not composited in how you think, but the way they color graded it could just pushed it so far.
The biggest thing that pulled me out is when you see it, you can't not see it, the debris. Watch the second wave appear. The second wave appears as if from the void. Just gets thrown out of the fourth dimension.
There's just pieces that just appear. Whoop.
And some pieces disappear.
Yeah!
Some pieces disappear.
I'm spending all my time looking at the fire.
Yep. The debris, it just doesn't feel like that's from the building, and it's because obviously you can't blow up, you know, MI6.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sure
if
they
they're gonna blow it
asked.
up, they have to do a CG version or create a miniature.
Yeah. Or just use stock.
Stock footage.
And the debris especially smells stocky to me.
Oh yeah.
And there's no light being cast on the building at all. There's nothing that makes it feel like a part of the same shot. And like all these things stacked together just really kind of pull you out of it in contrast to something that's completely obviously organic in camera.
If you can't tell, we're super passionate about explosions, and tomorrow we have a video coming out where we actually talk about CGI explosions versus the real thing. We dunk on CGI explosions a little bit because they fall short so often, and we want to show why. We want to show what makes real explosions so great. And it's not to say that all CGI explosions are bad. There's some awesome ones, but it's gonna be a sweet video. It's gonna have lots of explosions in it. Subscribe or come back to this channel tomorrow.
Last one, you guys have reviewed this before, but I don't think you've reviewed the explosion part of it.
Oh, right.
It's back, dude.
Is this the tiny explosion?
It's the tiny
Okay, let's watch that tiny explosion.
This was fun! No!
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
Wait, you can't prank it. This is a prank.
It's so beautiful.
It's the most beautiful moment. Can we just see that little boy? There it is.
There he is. There's our little boy.
There he is.
Right there. You blink and they grow up, you know?
We watched this already, but we cut the little tiny explosion scene. I don't know why.
So this is rife with issues, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's fair because this is a click and drag massive explosion asset that was scaled down to fit in a steel drum.
Jordan, you actually brought that very explosion with you today.
I did. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Here.
Yeah.
Where is he? Oh,
Here he is.
so little. He's so little.
I know.
Oh, that's
Get
so
you back
cool.
in there. Yeah, he's embarrassed. You know, his IMDb is just this one movie. So this is kind of, in my opinion, is everything that's wrong with when you don't use real explosions, because obviously when she hits it, there's an initial like explosive force, and it is moving so slow. This is an expansive explosion that is blowing her back, and it's unfolding slower than she's moving. One of the most egregious parts is we enter slow motion, right, to feel the significance of this blast, but the embers continue to move at normal speed.
Wait, what?
They just continue to fly.
Oh, you're right.
They just fly and flutter around. They're free.
There's a reason for why that explosion is so small. It's because in the story, she's supposed to live, okay? And she's supposed to be thrown back by it. So if the explosion somehow is any bigger than that little boy, like if you cast any other explosion other than little boy, it means like instant death for that character. And so they need the smallest little explosion to show that like, oh, she's just got knocked back from it, not like completely enveloped.
Little Boy is actually a pretty ironic name for an explosion, considering that's the name of like the first nuke.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stole it. They stole that.
stole it, yeah.
Have you seen the stealth explosion?
I have not,
Yeah.
Okay, look.
but I'd love to see it.
How can Sam not want to see it? Half of you have seen it, half of you probably haven't. If you haven't watched it, just sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, my mind.
Oh my gosh.
Makes my heart beat faster.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh.
And just the janky
And he's just like,
compositing.
yeah, let's get out of here.
But you know what? I forgive it. They
Oh,
earned it.
yeah.
The way the fuel explodes and then like ignites and just everybody goes lifting up with the burning
Freaking
cars
burning car
flying
just
through
shooting through the middle.
Yeah, the fact it's like a wall of fire and then the cars come out of it. Oh my gosh. And you can see how all the cars are just like pipes with like cloth on them.
They're like PVC with like taped together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's just like this like haze around the explosion too of just like unburnt fuel and dust.
You just feel like the breath of life going.
Yeah.
When it comes to a big fiery explosion and someone going, what? like this, I mean, I feel I'm getting better vibes from this right now.
Yeah.
Like, look how big the explosion needs to be to send you flying.
Yeah.
And you think Little Boy's gonna do that? No.
Nah.
Little Boy is not meant for that.
Little boy should be like reserved for toasting marshmallows or something.
Yeah, or like a wizard showing you a small trick, you know? Like,
He's like, ah!
you know?
Wow, amazing.
So what's next?
Oh yeah, what is next?
The Northman, brutal Viking epic period drama. This movie should have pleased me, but I went to see it and I was very underwhelmed. Let's just start with like what should be like a tentpole epic one-shot action scene with a brutal Viking combat. Oh yeah, he caught it. Bye-bye. Oh, caught him. Perfect, right? But what other than a one-shot long battle scene fits your, immersive Viking experience?
Some dynamic camera motion.
Constant foreground wipes. What's his one shot more than the constant foreground wipes?
What's this one shot more than foreground wipes?
It's ambitious. Like I see what they're going for. They're trying to get that real big movie look, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Northman. I'm sorry. Dude, the world's longest foreground wipe.
The world's longest foreground wipe, I know. He yawed him.
It's a verb now.
Is there one more? I can't remember.
Death by yaw.
Oh yeah, here it goes.
He's gonna yaw this dude. Yaw.
And they got the vibes.
Yeah,
I know.
It's beautiful.
But I know how you felt now, Sam.
Yeah.
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 The movie delivers 100% on vibes, but it's like, all right, we're trying to do that one-shot mega action scene thing, but they're constantly doing the foreground wipe trick.
Because one takes can have a feeling of realness, but the question you need to ask yourself as a director is the impact of the one take more important than what I lose by not being able to sculpt each moment, have the options to cut, and be able to get each moment in the elevated version of what it could actually be?
Yeah, I think that's super fair.
You sacrifice the language of filmmaking for potentially a potential level of immersion.
Let's say you have the shot and you gotta make it cooler. Now, here's some really cheap VFX that could have been done to this scene to spruce it up. Smoke plumes in the background, a little bit more blood, people running around with some torches, maybe having more debris fly across the back of the screen. It's just like, get more things happening, but at the end of the day, you are following the main character and he does just kind of go like this.
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
Yeah.
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 Maybe don't listen to my advice.
This is like the final epic fight scene. This one's interesting too. The VFX that's in the scene, in my opinion, is very, very funny. They're nude, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
I will say fighting naked does increase the fear, like the intensity of it.
Just like we said, explosions, smoke, it's hard to control. But with VFX, you can tell it exactly where to go. And where better than to cover genitals during a nude fight scene?
Oh, it kicks up whenever you see the profile.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
He's just smoking right around him.
See, I don't know why this is so funny to me. Maybe it's because, like, okay, so light sources, you're drawn to them. Genitals, you're drawn to them. Like, the eye is drawn to these things. And when you put something in front of it, you're forced to look at it.
The really funny thing is, like, as a whole, the scene looks amazing.
Absolutely.
The VFX are amazing. The cinematography is amazing.
Yeah, the tracking and comping of the lava is really good. It's super cool.
It's the fact that the smoke decides to conveniently place itself in just the right spot that makes it almost extra funny because of how good the effects are done.
Exactly. And also, it's like, what? It's like Eastern Promises. There's a nude fight scene, a knife fight in a bathhouse. And it's just like, yeah, there's his Franken beans. You know? There's not like, they kind of cut around and it's a fast scene, but it's not like it's hidden, so to speak. And for this, you're like, oh, immersive Viking epic. Like, I can see some nudity. Like, I'm okay. I'm prepared to see the Franken beans. But like when that like little smoke element just kind of conveniently travels over, it's just like it feels like a lack of commitment for me.
Yeah. A lack of commitment is one way to put it.
Don't get me started on the story.
If you want to see Sam get started on the story, go to corridordigital.com. We'll have it in the extended cut.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Y'all might remember a little show called Westworld.
Oh yeah,
They got robots. In fact, they show the very first robot he ever built in the very first episode. The way they make that robot do his thing, it's special. Let's take a look.
You'll put yourself away again, won't you, Bill?
That is so cool.
It's so cool.
He moves like a little robot.
Yeah, it's like a Pirates of the Caribbean
Yeah, he's
animatronic.
got the animatronic like staggered motion.
I love the way the mouth animates.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's such a nice little subtle touch.
It's one of those things too where it feels like there's like tricky compositing or something going on, but ultimately you watch it and you're like, is that just like a really cool like breakdancer guy in makeup who's just been like trained to move like that?
They're keeping the camera motion. Everything's maintaining authenticity there. So it doesn't feel like it's a time remapping thing with Roto. Or are they using that as like an additional element to further like cement the stopping and the starting again? And he's just like really good at animating. Because I know there are some dancers who can do that so stinking well.
But not like that.
Not like that.
Not like that.
No, that's
not
different.
as independently and perfectly like that. So I do actually know how it was done. I looked it up and did some research here. The actor himself, Michael Wincott, did not do any breakdancing. He moved smoothly and normally. He still gave the full performance. The way they did it is actually super simple. Just a lot of hard work. It is just time remapping. So, you know, if he moves his arm in a smooth arc, you can go like, zzz, zzz, zzz. But the thing is, when you do your time remapping, it applies to everything, right? So they're just going in and cutting out just his arm and then putting his arm on its own time remap. They're cutting out his face or his lips and doing just their lips on their own time remap. They're even like projecting him sometimes and painting him out and then putting the new guy with all the time remappings back in for the camera track shots to keep it moving correctly.
That's cool. So I wonder they got clean plates of the same motion. I wonder if it was probably wasn't motion control, but
probably not motion control, but they probably used clean plates or just, you know, tracked it in. And the way he freezes here is such a good testament to like how we pick up on subtleties. Like right here, boom. That hits us. It's not just, it doesn't just go to a freeze frame. Like we have these like innate senses, like we can tell. It didn't just go to a freeze frame, he froze.
And layering up the different parts too is such a great touch.
Yeah, it's like tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
Everything like kind of locks in. Kosa VFX is the company that did this. They're actually based here in LA. I mean, when you just manipulate real footage like this, it's so convincing and so powerful and so subtle. There's no crazy 3D models happening or anything.
And it just grounds you so much more in the idea of these things being real, you know? Like every little touch you can to further immerse yourself into something like this is time well spent.
If you have any ideas for films or shows or VFX we should look at, let us know in the comments below. And if you don't, that's okay, because I want to do The Green Knight. If you've seen The Green Knight, let me know. What scenes should we take a look at? It's a pretty cool movie.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Producers React to incredible episode sponsors. Jordan, are you excited about this?
Oh my gosh. So
Have you been waiting for this?
This is something that I've been wanting to watch for a very long time. So I'm very excited to jump right in and see what's happening.
This is gonna be phenomenal. Let's just jump into it.
Let's just jump in.
Oh, look at how white those shoes are. Look, that guy's got a hat on, she's got a coat on. They're probably experiencing a little nice crisp fall weather here. Through their patented Dymatex material, they're gonna keep your feet warm in the fall and winter and cool
In the summer. I mean, it's as easy as that. Look at them having a good old time.
You can
Did
tell
she? Oh my God! Did she just put her foot into water?
Look, not a drop of water is gonna end up on her foot because Vessis are 100% waterproof.
I did, I read that online. And so when you take your shoe off, the sock is completely dry.
Right. Snow, sleet, rain, whatever.
Mud puddles.
Mud puddles. And don't worry, because once your Vessis are dirty, you can just wash them off.
Throw them in the
rinse 'em
wash,
off.
put them in the sink, hose them down.
Yeah, Vessi's are 100% vegan. They have no animal byproducts in the shoe, and they use less material during the knitting process, meaning that they're also made more efficiently.
Yeah, but my favorite part, the outfits. There's so many different types of Vessis. I mean, you can see it right here.
Look at that.
It doesn't matter what you're wearing. There's a Vessi shoe meant for you. Going on a hot date, bam!
Vessi shoe meant for you.
It's a Vessi shoe meant for you.
I mean, we started this thinking that we were gonna do a bunch of different integrations, but it turns out this is the only one for this episode. So huge thanks to Vessi for sponsoring. And if you're interested in getting $25 off every pair of Vessis that you buy, head on over to
Vessi.com/corridorcrew.
or just click the link in the description below.
Either one, right? They
Right?
both work the same.
Yeah.
You get $25 off either way.
Yeah, it's not like an or thing, it's
Yeah.
an and thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for watching, and now let's get back to today's sponsor, VFX Artists React.
Say yes to Vessi.
Those are some fantastic clips. I feel like I learned a lot, and I mean, revisiting Westworld, man, what a great show. CorridorDigital.com right now is piping hot. We got more crew cuts. We got Son of a Dutch Season 2. We got the extended episodes up there.
We got Sam's story time for Northman.
Sam's story time, yeah, it was so great. You should definitely check it out. I wish we could have watched more explosion clips. I know you had to cut us off. It makes sense. If you wish we would have never stopped playing sweet explosion clips and also felt like you're learning something while watching them, check out tomorrow's video. It's all about explosions.
See you there.